Good Sunday morning. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to Community Focus. This morning, I am joined by the Toledo Fire and Rescue Department's first female fire chief, Allison Armstrong. Good morning.
Good morning.
So first, tell me, you're making history, as Toledo's first female fire chief. So is there any pressure that comes with that?
I think there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the first of anything. I do, but I think also there's an opportunity to be a role model, to be a mentor, and to do all sorts of other positive things that are great for the community.
How do you hope to inspire women now and in the future to join the fire service?
I think part of it is by seeing a woman in this top leadership role helps to inspire young girls and women that maybe they thought they couldn't achieve something like this in the fire service. And now they see, we can. And then we have the PS 419 program that I'm involved in, that firefighters and police officers are involved in to help engage students in the Toledo public school system to pursue a career in public safety.
What would you say have been some challenges you faced since joining this field?
Some of the challenges initially, they were still making female locker rooms when I came on in 2000. Most of the stations were done, but not all of them. So they had to create a space for women's bathroom, for locker rooms. We had to overcome some challenges with getting gear and uniforms that properly fit, but those things were all addressed and overcome. As far as any different treatment, I didn't have any of those issues because we had women in '84, I think, that paved the way, and unfortunately they had to deal with those issues. And by 2000, those things were no longer a problem.
What do you hope to accomplish as the department's new chief? And like most organizations, the department has faced a staffing shortage. So how do you hope to combat some of those issues?
Staffing shortages or staffing issues are a problem in almost every industry, like you said. So it's very challenging to get people to hire, to retain people, and to get people to, we have a civil service test. So that's the process. You need to get them to come and take the civil service test. And then it's a long process to get hired in. So we just need to find creative ways to reach out to people, to help them every step of the way so we don't lose them, to get them excited about a career in firefighting, explain to them what the career is, what are the benefits, what are the wages and that sort of thing, so that they can get excited about it.
The fire department and firefighting in general, and of course there's paramedics on staff as well, but firefighting in general has changed a lot in many ways technologically. So how do you hope to bring the department into the future?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that. So one of our biggest projects is going to be a software project that does our scheduling, our staffing. Hopefully it'll do automatic calling to get people in on overtime. This is going to be a huge, huge transition for the fire department because we're doing a lot of things, pen and paper, scanning. And so I'm really looking forward to that project. I think my master's degree in health informatics, which was heavy in information technology, is going to be key to making that project successful.
And as you just mentioned, you have a lot of experience that has helped you get to the place where you are now. So how is that experience going to come in handy?
So I'm pretty well-rounded. I have the fire experience. I've been at busy stations. I worked as a house captain at Step 17s, which is one of our busiest fire stations. So I took a lot of runs, got that experience. I've been to classes in firefighting. I'm a fire instructor. But then on the medical side, I have a degree in nursing, which helps to deal with COVID-19, to deal with issues with hospitals and understand the dynamics there and how we can work together as partners to achieve common goals. And then with the health information technology, that helps with our reporting. That helps, like I said, with this software program for scheduling. So I feel like I'm well-rounded to get ready for all these challenges and get through them.
You just mentioned COVID-19, which was a big issue for just public safety in general. So what would you say are some challenges that the department faced during the pandemic and is still facing to this day?
The challenges are the increased number of runs, the amount of personal protective equipment that we have to use, masks, gowns, things that we had before and we trained on, but we didn't have to use all the time. Basically now we wear those things on every single run because we assume that patient has COVID. We want people to be protected. So that's been challenging. And the cost with purchasing all those things is very high, and supply chain issues, if you can even get the equipment that you need, those are all challenges that we've had to face with COVID-19. And then in addition, firefighters getting sick, their family members getting sick. And then whole crews getting infected with this highly infectious disease has caused increased staffing issues.
Would you say the department is receiving everything it needs from the city in order to adequately do what needs to be done on a daily basis?
Yes, the city is very supportive. We are getting our needs met. It's just challenging to find vendors to purchase equipment and being able to get that equipment or those supplies on time.
And I don't think the community hears this enough, but what are some things that we as a community need to do in order to support the department?
Well, I mean, one of the big things is to use the 911 system, when there's a true emergency. We've kind of become a catch-all for people when they just don't know what to do. So one of the other endeavors that we're working on is to work with local partners and put out messaging and looking at different programming so that we can connect people with non-emergent resources so they're not accessing the 911 system for those things.
New Toledo Fire and Rescue Department Chief Allison Armstrong, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.